Right, sure. We'll hit record, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you attempted the King Gong.
Yeah, I never got the crown. I did it twice, and I never got the crown.
Did you get through?
Yeah, both times I got through to the last. No, both times I beat the gong.
Yeah.
But the first time they didn't. Too many people got through,
Right.
so they didn't put me onto the. They didn't put me on.
Oh, they did a clap off before the clap off. Or
Well,
they were just like,
I can't remember exactly, but I was not invited onto stage.
Oh wow!
God, how many people did they let through?
Too many.
Must have been a nice crowd.
Too many.
Was it a nice crowd or just a hot lineup?
I mean, I got a red card, so I didn't feel like they were nice. They weren't nice to me.
Okay.
Right.
So maybe they did it by the fact that I got one red card. So even though I beat the gong,
Right.
they weren't gonna I don't know what their criteria was. And then the second time I did it, it was the exact opposite. So nobody was getting through. So in
Yeah.
the first half, nobody had gotten through.
Yeah.
And then in the second half, I got through, and this other fella got through.
Yeah.
And I fucked it then. It was mine to win.
At the minute, you fucked the minute.
I
did you?
fucked the minute.
You gotta save your best joke for that minute.
I thought I was, but the joke was longer than a minute.
Right.
So I spoke for a minute without a punchline. I was so frustrated.
Yeah.
And then I Karened it. So I Karened it. So I was in work maybe 2-3 days later, just still sucking a wasp.
Yeah,
Still
yeah,
had a
yeah.
day job, and I was just in this office, and I was like, my life is so shit. I hate this job.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I could have been the King Gong,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and everything would have changed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I was the King Gong, you know,
Yeah, you could be getting a 5-minute every 3 months. At the
Yeah.
comedy
yeah,
store.
Yeah,
exactly. If I
Could
won
have
the
gotten
King
spoken
Gong,
down to by an old man.
yeah, exactly. A former strip club owner would invite me into a little
A
room.
comedy connoisseur and former strip club owner.
Yes.
I didn't realize he owned a strip club.
That's how it started. He ran strip clubs, and the
Interesting.
first comedy store was a strip club. And then he went on holiday to Los Angeles, saw the comedy store. I was like, oh,
I'll be having that.
Do you think he used to bring strippers in and be like, your tits just not
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
it for me? Like after every
Come back
performance.
with a different set of tits. next time.
I need to
look.
see you work clean.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen this all before.
Yeah.
So wait, so you're in work.
So I'm in work, and I'm like, I'm gonna Karen this.
Yeah.
So this is real kind of like middle class behavior,
Okay.
you know.
All
So
right. I'm middle class, so let's go.
Yeah. So I googled comedy store and like found their box office number.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have nothing to lose here. So I called the box office
Yeah.
and I told them that I wanted to speak to the guy who books the comedy. I said his name.
Yeah.
And because I said it, because I was like, I need to speak
Confidently.
to, but I need to speak to this guy.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, sure. So they put me through to him,
Wow.
and I was like,
By the way, Mr. Flanagan.
yeah, and I was.
I'm sorry, were you the guy who got gunned off last night? Yes, immediately.
Yeah. Are you the pathetic loser who didn't win King Gong?
You're the guy who blew his minute.
Yeah, you're the guy who choked.
Yeah.
And
So they put you through?
They put me through to this guy, and he's like probably eating his lunch or whatever,
Yeah.
or watching high definition pornography or whatever
Absolutely,
he's doing.
yeah. God knows what he's up to in that booth.
I get put through to him, and suddenly, oh fuck, I didn't think this would work. So I'm like, I'm suddenly really, my confidence just collapses. I was like,
He goes, you got a minute, and you blew that as well.
I got 3 red cards. And I said, look, thanks for having me on Monday.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say, I'd love to come back sometime. I'd love to, it was, if you want to be friends.
Yeah.
And he was like, there was like a long silence where I thought he was going to tell me to fuck off. And he was like, yeah, you probably should have won. I thought you were going to win. And then, so yeah, do you want to come on Thursday?
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was, I don't have the crown, so I feel like I cheated. I did cheat. I Karened it.
No, I don't.
Some people, they
I
can give
literally asked to
Sometimes
speak to the
you gotta
manager.
do what you gotta do.
I literally asked to speak to the manager, and
That's
they're
almost
like,
Machiavellian. That kind of does make you the king. Like you snuck in.
You're the real
like,
king.
Yeah.
You usurped the
little finger,
the king that little finger. Yeah.
little Flanagan.
But so yeah, because I was just gonna say, I was like, well, you're doing the store and stuff, so it's like obviously.
Yeah, but like what I would say is when I did it. So I think most comedians shouldn't do it probably because it's so brutal. But when I did it, I'd already been going for years. Like I was already doing 20s in other places.
Right.
So I think it made sense for me to do it because sometimes people are like they're too big to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like they can't bring themselves to do it because it's so humiliating.
Yeah.
And other people are too new. Or it's like you've done 3 gigs, like you shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
But those are the ones who do go and do it.
Exactly
It's
right.
Crazy.
Exactly right.
I know at least 4 people who said that was their first ever gig because they didn't know it was a gong show and they went open mic at the Comedy Store and they turned up and it was like a baying mob. Hey, fuck it, and they're like, what the fuck is this? And it's fucking, it's absolutely brutal. Like
There was a woman who went and hid in the toilets when her name got brought up, like the night that I won. And so she missed her spot, and then they were like, I guess she was like, oh god, because at the start of the night she came over all confident, like, oh, who's the funniest one of you guys?
Yeah.
And we were like, what the fuck is this bitch?
Yeah.
She's never done comedy before, obviously. And so she hid for a set. She came back out. They're like, oh, you're back, and they like brought her up, and she like was doing this thing where she like didn't want to go to stage. She was wasted. She was just smashing beers.
Right.
And then eventually they got her on the stage. She immediately gets 3 red cards, and then she refuses to leave the stage.
Oh, I
And she's
remember.
just like,
Wow.
not going anywhere. Security had to come and drag her off
It's like
stage.
a Just Stop Oil protest.
It was-
Just
yeah.
sat down and then fucking.
Wow.
That's brutal. Yeah, I remember the first time I did it, I got about 2.5 minutes in and I was like, I'm winning this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm mopping the floor with these cunts. I was killing. And then I just went, so yeah, I gave up drinking and they were like, boo. And I was like, no. And then
You're panicking.
and then I panicked, and then someone went, and then I did a suicide joke, and then they went boo, and I just went and I walked off. I swear to God, I was traumatized for a week.
Yeah.
Like I was just sitting here, like, what am I? Should I quit? Like, what the fuck?
horrible.
And then the second time I did it, then I went on, but then the second time I did it, I was like, do you know what? I've done it before. I know what to expect. I'm not nervous. Got to the Comedy Store, and I'd say I took about 20 shits in the space of half an hour. I was like, I just saw the room, and I was like, I have to take a shit all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Went in, had like explosive diarrhea, came out again, and I was like, what if I fucking shit myself on stage or whatever? Then I went on anyway and smashed it, and then for the minute, I was worried about what happened to you, where it was like going over or whatever. So I did a joke that I think is like 25 seconds long or 30 seconds long. But I kind of, in my head, I knew I could milk it to whatever, like a minute. And this is the joke I did. I said, I found a hair in my lunch today. Isn't that the worst? And they were like, oh. And I went, in fairness, I was eating a man's asshole. And then they were like, oh. And then I just stood there because I knew I had to kill, like, I looked at my watch and I knew it was like, but at the start I was milking. I was like, you know, when you find a hair in your lunch, isn't that the worst? Hair in your lunch, you know what I'm talking about, yeah. And I was trying to like drag it out, like hair in your lunch, the worst thing ever. Like really Seinfelding it up. Oh, it's the worst. You find a hair in your lunch, you're like, oh, what is this? And then I got to like, I know it was like 30 seconds, and I did the thing, and they went, oh. And then I just like looked around, and it was some guy in the front. And I was like, it was this guy. And then they all went, ah. And I don't even, that was it. And then I got off. And then when I went and did my trial 5 minutes, I closed.
You won.
I won.
Okay,
It was very tight.
That's
I was
great.
up against, there's a guy, Tabish Akbar, and it was like,
Close.
oh fuck. And it was Adam Rowe was hosting.
Okay.
And I think he was just preferred me, and he just went, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
But then I
Racist.
when I did the very racist. But when I did the trial spot, that's what I closed on again. And some guy got up to go for a piss just at the end of my set. And I went, it was this guy. And then anyway, I had the meeting with Don. I went, and he was just like, that last joke even. What was that? That was so unnecessary. That wasn't even a joke. That was just disgusting. And I was like, yeah, well, listen. And whenever I do like whenever I did the trial spots, even when I did the 10-minute spots, like, you think like with the Comedy Store, like you might, you know, maybe dress a bit nicer or whatever. I was going straight to that gig, like from walking dogs for like 4 hours. I remember, like, I look back at the videos, and I was like, what was I doing? Like, I'm wearing...
Just covered in dog hair.
Well, I'm just like, my hair was just like over my face, and like my trousers were dirty with mud, and like the shirt was just like like tatty and fucking, and I'm like and I'm like,
Did he mention that?
No, he did.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought it was like
The costume.
The
part of the
costume.
costume or whatever. But I don't know about you, but I find it when I see like comics wearing like tracksuit bottoms on stage, for some
Yeah,
reason, unless it's
Ridwan-
like
Ridwan
Dan
does that.
Muggleton or it's part of your
It's part of your
shtick.
thing.
Or if you're black, I think Junior Booker can pull it
Yeah.
off. If you're
Or
black,
you're hot. You
You'd
know?
like
hot.
to pull his off.
Yeah.
All right.
but but like like Rid One goes on. I'm like, dude, just look like a shabby fucking. I don't know.
I'll tell you what annoys me, and I think it's an overhang from when I used to. I started doing open mics in Australia. People wearing shorts on stage.
Oh,
I hate that.
Yeah,
it's the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
don't
that
wanna
in
look at your
Berlin
knees.
because it was like 36 degrees and it was just open mics, but I'd never in a million years fucking. I got in Mike's head once. Mike was doing like a solo show at the Bill Murray,
Yeah,
and
he was wearing shorts.
we were up in the green room, and he was wearing like these shorts that were a bit too short, like and they were like
Short
red and
shorts.
blue, like almost short shorts, like hot pants. And when he was about to go on, he was all hyped, and I was like, "You wearing them on stage?" And he just went, "Ah, Chief, I was gonna, but now you've got in my head."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Should I change out?" And then the girl from the Bill Murray came up and was like, "Oh, you got to go on." And he got on stage and he was just like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, lads, my confidence is shook." Just as I was coming on, the Chief was like, "Are you wearing those shorts?" But yeah, shorts on stage is like fucking.
So what are we doing?
It's just what especially Irish knees and legs.
Yeah,
You don't want to be.
In Australia, they'll wear shorts and flip flops on stage.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess if it's just an open mic and you're just
Yeah, open mic. maybe,
whatever, you're like fucking
but-
around.
Yeah, if
or
you're just
whatever,
doing it in front of other comedians.
Yeah.
Gross.
But you started in Australia, did you?
Sort of. Like I did when I was in college, when I was in university, I did like a few. Like
Did you go
we
to Trinity, did you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
We did. We
You
did.
didn't have to say it like that.
Yeah.
You said that with some shame. Like, I did. Let's
I
not
did,
get
yeah,
into
yeah.
that.
Well, I think that's the difference between like Irish class dynamics and like British class dynamics. I think
Right.
if I was a Brit and you asked me, did I go to Oxford, I'd be like, yes, I did.
Right, you
But
own it. and
and I think British people are so conditioned to respect their masters.
Right.
They'd be like, oh, no one would say anything to you. Whereas
Okay.
like, if I say I go to Trinity, Irish people 9 times out of 10 would be like, you fucking prod.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
Trinity is
yeah.
like the Oxford of
It's
Ireland.
kind of like the
I mean,
Oxford, yeah.
it's not a good comparison. It's like a bad university, but it's it's the Protestant university. So up until like a century ago, Catholics weren't allowed in.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
You know? So
I didn't know that at all.
yeah, it's the Prada university.
Right. Okay.
So Catholics weren't allowed in, and like in the 1916 Rising, I'm pretty sure they tried to take Trinity, but somehow the prods managed to keep them out.
the feminist
the
society.
book of the-
Yeah. But I don't even know. I don't think women were allowed in. I think it was
Oh,
like
well, no,
Catholics
that's-
and women weren't allowed in.
Yeah, it's kind of like this podcast.
Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
We don't allow Protestants and we don't allow women.
No Catholics, no women.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm the first Catholic guest.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I'd
hope
say
so.
so.
I hope
We've
so.
had every other religion.
Are you a practicing Catholic?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I would say I'm culturally Catholic, so I definitely feel like Catholic urges.
Okay.
You know,
Like what?
Well,
to
keep
fuck
them away
little
from your
boys?
kids. Yeah.
yeah, no, I've never gone down that particular path. I've mercifully been spared that particular
proclivity.
Proclivity, yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll be like in a church and
Yeah.
I'll like believe in God for a bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And I definitely have latent kind of paganistic, kind of ritualistic fetishization within me. You know. I
What, like you
definitely-
like the ritual of it, or no?
Yeah, I'll definitely like. Sometimes I'll just be in a church and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do a little prayer to myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, I feel a magnetism, a pull towards churches. If I go past one and the doors are open, I'll go in and like, it's just like just force like an old habit. You go in and you light a candle and you fucking pray or whatever, but it's It is weird though that it's still in you from it.
Yeah, we're so
being a child.
conditioned. We're so indoctrinated to it.
Yeah.
And I went through a phase fairly recent, and I'm trying to actually get back into it now with like meditation and stuff.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're
So,
big on the meditation.
Yeah. I kind of fell out of it. I'm kind of trying to get back into it at the moment. But like when I had the day job, like I would go into whatever the nearest church was. Like there was a Protestant church right beside my office, and I would go in there and like meditate for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
And
Okay.
it was kind of nice.
It's funny,
Well,
like,
the silence is beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
absolutely beautiful.
It is. And one day, my wallet fell out in my pocket, and I left the wallet in the church. I went
Yeah.
back to the office. Fuck, where's my wallet? That's gonna be robbed. And I went back in, and the vicar or whatever,
Yeah.
the Protestant holy man,
Yeah.
had it for me, and he was just
Ah.
real nice about it.
Wow.
Like a Catholic priest would have wanted a blowjob to get it back.
To get it back. Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And that's why, I prefer the Catholics because
That's right.
they align more with my beliefs.
Yeah,
I
they're a
feel
bit
like.
more. There's a bit more of a wink and a smile. With it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
There's a bit of fun.
Well, they would have put that in the poor box probably.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I
exactly.
remember someone stole the poor box from our church. Some fella just came in with a fucking because it's chained to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So someone came in with like a fucking what do you call it?
bolt cutters.
Bolt cutters came in and went. Anyway, but yeah, remember when the basket would go around in church? I don't know if you did that. The
Yeah.
little
Well, the
wicker
thing is,
basket.
like, I went to Catholic schools, but like,
Were your parents Catholic?
no, they just thought Catholic schools were better.
Hmm.
I mean, they were probably brought up a bit Catholic or whatever. Like, my mum had to go to school with like nuns and shit who would like beat her and.
That's
do the
crazy.
things
So your
that nuns
mum's
do.
Catholic. Your dad.
Who the fuck knows?
Your name
Yeah.
is so in. I'm going to do very basic Irish arithmetic here, so I can kind of guess your religion based on your name.
Okay.
So your name is Hamish Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's a Protestant name.
Is it?
Yeah, Hamish.
Interesting.
Hey, mate, it's Scottish. No?
Yeah, I'd say there's some sort of Presbyterian. In
Probably, but it's like that's the thing. It's so lackadaisical. Like it's just like even it doesn't have like the same aura. I think because we'd have in Australia it has all the churches are like modern.
there.
There's no like old churches where it feels like it's been there for centuries. They're like
Right.
these weird fancy things, and you don't feel
Yeah,
anything.
the
when you
beautiful
go
stained
into-
glass windows and the
Yeah, like so, and you would go to church like once a week in school, but no one gave a fuck. Like it was, I don't think anyone believed it. It almost
Yeah.
makes you not believe it just because you're like,
yeah.
What is
If
this?
you got married, would you do it in a church or would it be like one of these humanist kind of things?
I would not get it in a church. No,
Mm.
I would not. I don't like the Catholic Church at all. Let me be unambiguous about that. And I don't like church weddings, generally speaking.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I don't think I've been to a church.
I have an involuntary Catholicism. I think
Right. Okay.
a latent
yeah.
involuntary.
Latent. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
closeted.
I'm a deeply closeted,
closeted
self-hating, self-hating Catholic.
But yeah, I've been to a couple of weddings in the last 2 years, and I don't think any of them have been in churches.
nah.
They've all been humanist ceremonies, just at the venue or fucking whatever. So yeah, it's a generational thing,
Just
I
in a
guess.
park.
But that, huh?
Just in some park and
Just in some just under a bridge
Car park.
somewhere.
yeah.
But but yeah, I feel like that. I know from speaking to some of the people that have gotten married that like that decision to not get married in church, in a church, has like irked some of the older
Yeah.
members of the family,
Yeah.
the grandparents and whatever, and they're like,
Yeah.
What?
He said, "Guess what your funeral's gonna be."
"Don't worry, we'll have your fucking funeral in a church. We all can't
your-
wait for that day."
Your ashes are going in a shoebox, love. You know? You're done.
Love that Louis bit where he's like, "Will you scatter my ashes? I'm not doing any. You're fucking dead. I'm not running errands for you." So would you? Would you cremation, burial?
You know, I haven't thought that far ahead, but
You gotta think. You gotta think
I
about
want
these
to be.
things. But
I just want to
Yeah.
be put in a dumpster.
just throw my body in the trash.
yeah. I don't know. I think there's something beautiful about that.
Yeah.
I
Go
love,
back to the ocean.
Yeah. They just roll you back in.
it'd be nice to kind of like be brought to a taxidermist and be stuffed.
Oh yeah, I love.
And just kind
Yeah,
of
you'd
keep an
love
eye
to-
on
I'd love
things.
to get stuffed. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Just to get
Is
stuffed.
that where I should go if I want to get stuffed?
I think so,
I've been
yeah.
going on the apps. But So yeah, what you want to get taxidermied? Probably.
I'd want to get taxidermied, maybe decapitated, and just have my head stuck on a wall. Have like a family
Just
wall.
put some antlers on you.
Yeah, exactly
yeah.
right, exactly
Yeah.
right. Maybe a little red nose.
Yeah.
And,
That'd be good.
Kind of festive.
Put you up in Trinity.
Yeah, put me up in Trinity with all the old dead prods.
The Flanagan Centre for I don't know, religious studies.
The first ever piece of stand up I ever saw was in Freshers Week, and Jason Byrne. Do you know Jason Byrne? He's like an Irish comedian. He's like
I think I know who he is.
He's kind of probably one of the great contemporary Irish stand-ups, but his strength is his improvisation and his crowd work. And if you see him on a good night, like it's like just raucous, like it's so funny. And I remember seeing him and that Freshers Week, and I'd never seen stand-up before, and it was like incredible. But one of the jokes he had, looking back on it now, it was quite basic, but at the time I was like, how did he even think of that?
Yeah.
He walked out on stage and was in this dining hall in Trinity. Yeah. So there's all these portraits on the wall of like previous provosts or what academics or whatever. Yeah. And he just points at them, and I'm looking like it was quite ominous, and he points and goes, "These are all dead Protestants, are they?" And and it was just so funny. I remember laughing for a good 90 seconds.
That's great. That's great. I remember at a gig once I was on stage and there was like a painting of the Queen just lying against the wall, and behind me, just perfectly, there was a furnace, and it was lit because it was during the winter. And I tried to I didn't try and put it in the furnace, but I was like, "Get in there, you bitch!" Kind of like ramming it against the thing.
Man.
It was one of those things where it's like, the camera wasn't rolling.
Oh fuck!
And then I did have a video that kind of did well, but it was like when I first moved here, where it was just after she died, and I did Camden sex
Camden
pest
was it?
Show.
Yeah.
And
Is that what it was called?
the sex pest show. And there's like cardboard cutout of the Queen because he loves the fucking Queen.
Of course he does.
And on the set right behind me, and I just went,
"Oh, you know he kisses that when the
what? Absolutely. Yeah, it was sticky. And I remember just turning around, and she was just like over my shoulder, and I just went, "Yeah, burn in hell, you bitch," or whatever. There was no joke, but I just went, "Yeah, put that up on thing." And it's just so funny to just wind up fucking. So you started stand up.
Hey, whereabouts in Australia were you?
I was all over, man. I started in Perth, and then I went over to Melbourne. I was there for 2 years.
Yeah,
and
right.
I did so many shows there. Like I still have like Australian.
So what comics
friends.
were you doing? What were you doing open mics with?
Yeah. So in Perth, I was working with a guy called I say working. We're doing open mics, and we did spots here and there. Brett Blake, who's like does TV and stuff over there now.
Yeah.
He's a good pal, and Sean Conway was another guy in Perth, and over in Australia, in Melbourne, Dilruk J Singer was somebody I used to gig with a lot. He's like a TV star over there now.
Right.
We used to do these terrible gigs together.
Yeah.
Like the Exford Hotel.
I never did Melbourne. I was all in Sydney.
Yeah, it was miserable.
What was this hotel
place.
gig?
It was like on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
And you could kind of just show up on the day and try and get a spot.
Yeah, those are always the roughest.
There's all the open mics in Australia.
Yeah.
There's no
really?
sign-up ones.
Okay.
You just go up.
Yeah. And but he would book in advance as well. And I remember towards the end of my time there, I remember showing up, and the guy who books it was like, "Hey, just so you know, you're one of our regulars now. You don't need to book in advance. You can just show up."
Yeah.
And I was like, "This is so cool."
I'm the king.
Yeah.
I was like, "This is amazing."
Yeah.
And I used to wear a leather jacket on stage.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to wear a leather jacket on stage.
In Australia, so you're just sweating.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And I would wear a leather jacket, and I'd have like a provocative T-shirt with like maybe a woman's face giving the fingers or something.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice,
And I was like, I am cool.
Yeah.
I'm doing edgy one-liners. And
Do you remember any of your edgy one-liners?
I do, yeah. I don't know if I want them on the internet.
Right. Fair enough.
It was like, what I would say is I've been doing stand-up a while, so when I started, like the biggest I guess it's come full circle now actually, but when I started, the biggest comedians in the world were Jimmy Carr, Ricky Gervais, I thought Sarah Silverman's Jesus' Magic show was incredible, and I still do think it's a good hour of stand-up.
Yeah.
It's just you just couldn't do it now.
She has an album on Spotify, one of her first, and it's really funny.
Yeah.
Like it's very good. Yeah, it's
Which
quite
one,
dark.
Which one is that?
I don't know, but there's
I
some
think-
great jokes in there.
Yeah, I think I know the one is maybe at the one after Jesus' Magic.
Yeah.
But like
maybe,
Jesus' Magic, like the race stuff aside, there's like just really good jokes in there that aren't
yeah. So the
racist.
race stuff aside, it's shit.
No, the race. yeah. But she talks about that. She was like years later. She was at some party and this. She doesn't name the celebrity, but he comes up to her and he's like, "Hey, I love your stand up. I love your N-word stuff."
Mm-hmm.
And it was that moment she goes, "Oh no."
Right.
She actually disavows the show now. She kind of disavows it.
Did she drop the N-bomb quite a bit? Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think she must do.
Yeah.
She went blackface for something.
Yeah, in
She,
her show,
well, we've all done that.
she's apologized for that as well. She had the Sarah Silverman show, and there's an episode where she goes blackface. You know,
Right.
but actually no, but she shouldn't have done it. She shouldn't have gone
Right.
full Alfie Brown. You know, you never go. You never go full Alfie Brown.
Alfie Brown face.
Like I would say, in her modest defense,
Hmm.
the character, she's not doing stand up in the way, like it's very much a persona she has on stage.
Yes. Yeah.
where
yeah,
she's
yeah.
this kind of ditzy rich Jewish girl, and the joke is on her. I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, that was at that time of comedy where irony was not just acceptable, it was the predominant form of comedy.
Yeah.
And irony kind of went out of fashion.
Yeah.
And even now, like I was watching a bit of Ricky Gervais'
The mortality.
Yeah, Mortality.
Stunk.
Yeah, well, I only watched the first few minutes of it.
Is that the
but-
one he just won an Emmy for?
yeah, a Grammy.
A
I think.
Grammy.
Grammy?
No,
Grammy.
and a Golden Globe.
Yeah,
And then Wanda Sykes accepted on his behalf, and she shit on him.
good for her.
She was like, Ricky Gervais would like to thank the trans
God,
community and
yeah.
God or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Go on, Wanda.
Fair play to you, Wanda.
Fair play to you, Wanda.
You're a great girl. You're a great
You're
girl,
a great
Wanda.
girl, Wanda.
Fair play to her.
Yeah.
So yeah, she so I was watching a little bit of his special. And what I noticed was he was still doing the same dark, let's generously say, dark jokes, but the irony was gone, and instead he was being quite preachy.
Mm-hmm.
So even now, the kind of dark comedy is back or whatever, but now he's like justifying it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he's
Yeah.
like talking about free speech and whatever. So, but in 2011, nobody was justifying anything. It was like there was an
Yeah.
understanding that this is a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Political correctness has won the day.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's a new world. It's the end of history. It's liberalism, and this kind of ironic dark comedy was kind of a response to political correctness. You know?
Yeah. Well, I would say
Um,
that, like, with this podcast, I'd say there's a lot of ironic sort of racism or, you know, misogyny or something that I hope people pick up on. Like, it's not, it's saying, it's, I don't know, like, it's just making jokes about, like
But I
women
thi-
being bad
But
drivers or
it's,
something.
I think with podcasting, not to speak over you, but I think with podcasting, I think there's like, we all make jokes though in our lads WhatsApp group or
Yeah.
amongst friends.
That's what this is.
Well,
It's
exactly.
a WhatsApp group come to life.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And I think that's my reading of a lot of podcasts. Is
Yeah.
It's like, how do you recreate the intimacy of a friendship
Yes.
and the intimacy of the kind of humor that only comes through that intimacy.
Yes, of
And
course.
trying
Yeah.
to basically share that with a broader audience.
And
I like
just
that.
hope
You've
that
kind of
they-
just justified everything we do. I like
Absolutely. You've made me feel
that.
so much
yeah,
better
I
about
say,
myself.
I'm like, that's the excuse. It's like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
this is what's
We're
happening
trying, yeah.
in the world. This is
happening
what's
in the
happening
world.
in
This
your
is social
boyfriend's-
commentary about.
Yeah.
But I think that. But I mean, this thing about, like, I don't know if you saw the sketch me and George put up about the Subway takes. We did.
I'm not sure I did.
So we basically did Subway. You know the Subway
I
takes
do,
guy.
yeah, I know that one.
So we did a Subway takes where it's me and George, and we made it look very much like one of the Subway takes videos.
Okay.
And I'm like,
On
so
the
what-
tube?
we did on the tube, which is really hard to do because
Yeah.
the beep beep beep, the doors
Right.
and the announcements and people coming in and stuff. You don't
Right.
want people hearing you doing.
Yeah.
But
Did you have like little Oyster cards?
no, we didn't. We should have gotten noise, but we just held the mics. And anyway, but the thing was that, like, George, I go, so what's your take? And then George is like, I don't think it was 6 million. And then I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, oh, dude, what the fuck? You can't fucking say that. And I kind of get angry at him. And I'm like, we're gonna, unless you have another take, we're just gonna fucking end this. And then he's like, no, I've got another take. And I'm like, what is it? And he's like, rainy days are underrated. And I'm like, yeah, I 100% agree. I think, we should have more rainy days. And he's like, well, you know who you could talk to about that? And I'm like, who? And he goes, the Jews, they control the weather. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. I get angry and I grab the mic and I storm off. And we put it up just being like, this might get a little bit of heat or whatever. And we put it up. But man, the comment section is, I don't know, there could be maybe 600 comments on it. I'd say 75% of them are, the Holocaust never happened. Jews are evil. All this sort of stuff. All this stuff was just crazy. People who thought it was, I think most people thought it was real.
Right.
And I'm like, are people really that stupid? But I was getting DMs. I was getting DMs from people being like, this is fucking disgraceful. Why would you platform this guy on your show?
From comics?
From one comic.
From a London comic?
No. I looked at his profile and he's some shit fucking. He's like, you can tell he's very new and he's got like queer and the Palestine flag and everything. I'm like, right, obviously this guy's not gonna like my shtick, but but he goes. But then I got 2 messages from people, big long things being like, but they thought it was real. They thought
that's nice.
Yeah, They thought it was a real show.
Yeah,
and they were like, you had this guy on. And you didn't put, and you, why did you publish this when you knew it, whatever?
Yeah.
I didn't respond, but I wanted to be like, it's a fucking comedy sketch. We thought most people would see it for what it is.
Yeah.
From your perspective, you're satirizing Subway takes.
We're satirizing that.
What's your take? Here's the worst possible take.
But it's usually a vanilla take about pineapple on pizza. But here's this guy going, the Holocaust. Like, that's the joke.
Yes.
And, like, we knew, like, we've put up, but then, like, that shit seeps into sketches that aren't, like, we did a sketch where, do you know this guy, what's his name? School of Hard Knocks, where he goes up and interviews millionaires on the street.
Don't know that one.
And he goes, how did you make your money and whatever. And
I hate him already.
Yeah, it's a bit gross, but because they're all probably just fucking filthy rich fucking assholes. But we did that, except it was me doing that, and then George was like an arms dealer.
Okay.
And I found
like
them,
that.
And then he's like, I'm like, how'd you make your money? He's just like, oh yeah, I just have like a complete disregard for human life.
Nice.
Advice to young people: invest in drones, whatever. If you just don't care about people, you can make so much money.
Yeah.
We put that up. First of all, people thought it was real. Second of all, the comments started going, definitely a Jew, definitely Jewish, looks like a Jew, it's always Jews selling weapons, all this sort of stuff. And you're like, so you could even do a sketch that has nothing to do with Jews. People will shoehorn in.
I think you've just found your audience, right? I think finally, after all these years, you found your voice.
Yeah. Someone commented to me like, this video has done well, but with what's the phrase? But at what cost or whatever?
Which one? The Subway one, or the Subway one, or the arms deal one?
The Subway one.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Oh yeah, this is." I think it was a Jewish comic. They were like, "Oh, this is done well, but like at what cost or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, these things,
I do think that, and I'm saying this on my own Instagram and in Instagram in general, it does seem the wheels are coming off, and it does feel like there's no content moderation at all now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, the shit that we get on our feeds. Is
it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I'm saying all sorts of everything. But what I have noticed recently is like there is a huge spike in anti-Semitic content.
Oh, absolutely.
Huge. Yeah. And it's that thing of like, even on the right, it's all been kind of Islamophobic, anti kind of Latin American sentiment for a long time, and now they've got such free reign. They've basically won the argument.
Who's this now?
The right.
The right.
They've got the right are in the ascendancy and have been for some time.
Yeah.
And the social media giants have basically joined their side. The content moderation is gone, and with that, it was kind of it's become socially acceptable to be anti-immigration, whatever your views are on that, but certainly kind of openly Islamophobic, openly anti-Latin American, whatever.
Yeah.
But now suddenly it's like, can we also talk about the Jews now?
Yeah.
Right. So suddenly anti-Semitism now has become socially acceptable. I use that word advisedly. And you're seeing it all over. So there's going to be a split in the right now.
Right.
It's going to be a huge split in the right.
Yeah.
Between the pro-Israel right and the fucking nakedly hateful anti-Semitic right. I also wonder how much of it is bots.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, anyone that's... I mean, I put up a video about Irish, like the Irish far right, and it was a silly joke about them hating brown people, but when you mix the colours of the Irish flag, you do get brown. It's just a stupid... Should have stayed as a tweet, but I put it up. These people went after me, man. And I went and I looked, and they weren't bots. They were just divorced men. They all look like divorced men.
Yeah. But divorced men kind of are bots. You kind of just
yeah, they've
you're
got
just
no
like an
loves in their
automaton.
lives.
You're just kind of eating, shitting, going to work,
Nice.
and
You see bots in the comment section of like the journal.
Yeah, right.
Everyone calls them out and we're like, "This is your fourth account. We know it's you, Barry Murphy or whatever."
Yeah, right.
And it's just some guy going, "Yeah, go on, Trump!" Like
Yeah,
just
yeah,
under like
yeah,
just
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
stir
yeah.
up fucking.
Sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen you write. Are you still writing for the journal and stuff?
Yeah. I had one out kind of end of December, so
Yeah.
I pitched one to them there a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if they'll use it, but it's all about how. So I don't know if people probably won't be aware, but Ireland has a new president now, and she's
Well, Mary.
she's hard left.
Yeah, well.
Hard left, and which again, whatever, because it's primarily kind of ceremonial position. Like
Yes.
the Irish president can't
like the
seize
Queen.
the assets of the rich, or
Which is why I think we should have made McGregor president,
Right.
just to see the confusion on his face, and he's like, "Wait, so I can't do anything? I'm just sitting in this gaff all day."
Just goes and fights.
yeah.
Just go punches the prime minister.
Well, it would be
Yeah.
funny to have a president that went full blown Tony Montana,
Right.
like just mountains of coke
Yeah.
in his
yeah.
house. But anyway, what were we saying
The
about
Danish ambassador comes over and he just offers him a glass of whiskey, he turns it down, and he punches him in the face. you know?
that would be great. Yeah.
You know, just a disgrace of a man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's like hard left or whatever, and it very much like whatever. Who cares? It's a ceremonial position. The British tabloid, and not even tabloid, but the right wing press lost their minds.
Yeah.
And we're like, this is a disgrace. Like Brendan O'Neill, who's like the political editor for Spike, and he writes for Spectator, whatever. He was like, Israelophobia is now the state religion of Ireland.
Yeah.
And it's just this kind of hysterical response to Ireland that has been kind of latent in the culture for a long, long time. So anyway, I pitched that.
And sure, that won't ruffle any feathers. I really want to see this published now, just to see the shit you're gonna get.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I get a lot of shit. I get a lot of abuse online.
Like DMs or just comments or
DMs,
threats?
comments. The occasional threat. I think I'm fortunate that I'm not a woman. Otherwise, I think it would be 10 times worse. But I did get the worst I got, and I have to kind of accept that it's funny now in retrospect. I was on holidays with my girlfriend, and we were in Bologna. It's a beautiful city. We were going out in Italy. Yeah. So we were going out for food to meet some friends for food. Lovely restaurant or whatever. Girlfriend's getting ready. I'm in a great mood. I'm on holiday. I'm not thinking about comedy. I'll just open up my Instagram, will I?
No.
I open up my Instagram, and this guy from Tala had sent me an image, and I was like, I'm going to click into this.
Yeah.
I click into it, and it's very much his testicles.
Wow.
And I'm just staring at
Can you
this.
send me that photo?
This guy. It was you, was it you? And I was raging. I was like, I'm looking at this man's testicles, and I'm in Bologna.
Your girlfriend comes out, you're just looking at a picture of balls.
Yeah.
Something you want to tell
And
me?
I was raging for about 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was
Raging like rock hard.
I could not enjoy dinner because of this
Peter, why are
raging.
you licking your phone screen?
I just picture you like all throughout the dinner just being like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So he just sent you a picture of his balls saying "fuck you" for whatever.
Yeah.
How is it? I don't understand the logic behind that. Like, what is he? He's
like,
just
I'm
like,
gonna
you're
rip
gonna have to look at my balls now.
My
Like,
nasty, nice pair of balls, or just
Pretty standard, like standard issue Irish balls.
Irish balls. But surely is that breaking a law?
sexual
of some degree?
harassment?
It would be. However, in my limited experience of reporting stuff to Instagram, like it's gone past. There's no moderation.
Yeah.
There's no follow up. I would have had to have if I wanted to do something about that.
Yeah.
I would have had to go to my local police department. Would I go in Ireland? Would I go in the UK? And say I'm really distressed by this?
Going to Italy.
Yeah, exactly. No, the Italians.
What do you mean? I do this right now.
I said,
hey, look at my balls right now. Fuck you.
This is not illegal in my country.
it is against the law to not send pictures of your balls to women. That's how we say it.
He is a nice guy. He is giving you a compliment. Take the compliment. And why are you such a bitch?
It's a nice pair of balls.
Yeah. Men and women, this is okay.
You should see my balls. All right. But,
so it's just like I'm just gonna block this guy and never think about him again.
Yeah, I've blocked some people. I mean, the only death threat I've ever gotten was from a traveler.
Right.
And it wasn't to do. I wasn't making any jokes about travelers. It was I put up a clip in my stand-up.
Yeah, you used the other word.
Oh, I did use the other word. Yes, occasionally. Yeah, when Mark O'Keefe comes on, it gets a bit weird. But
right.
I put up some stand-up clip and it was really bad, and it was just I don't know why I put it up, but just whatever. And then some guy was just like, "This is the worst set I've seen in a long time," or whatever. And then I just went, "Yeah, well, it's hard to compete with the set of tits your mother has or something." And
nice.
As luck would have it, his mother had just died of breast cancer.
It was your mother as well. It's your brother.
It's your sister.
Yeah.
But and I didn't. When he first said it, I was like, "Oh, that's just the classic, like, yeah, my mom's dead." That people do at shows where you're like, "Yeah, I rode your mom's like, yeah, my mom's dead," and you're like, "Whatever." But I think his mom had genuinely just died from breast cancer because he's like, "Yeah, my mom just died," and I was like, "Yeah, classic, whatever, fucking." Everyone always says that. And he's like, "No, my mother just died of breast cancer, you fucking," and then I was just
I
like,
still wouldn't give a fuck.
"Oh no, I didn't," because I was like, "You fucking came at me first," and then
right.
I just started going, yeah, whatever, and then I got a DM being like, "Yeah, you think you're the funny man now, but one day you're gonna look up and you're gonna see a sea full of you're gonna see a halting site waiting for you or whatever." I was like, "Well, first of all, you're not getting into this show, but second of all, I was just like, yeah, well, it's been 3 years now and I haven't been attacked by travelers."
Okay.
So I'm trying to think, did I ever get?
Well, it's a new year.
It's a new year, new
they're
me.
slowly working their way.
Yeah.
But I just love the idea of this traveler just with a photo of me just on the wall of his caravan, just like, one day
I'm gonna go.
One day I'm gonna get this, lads,
and I'm gonna go to the Bill Murray.
It's gonna go to the Bill Murray. Yeah.
I'm gonna speak my mind.
Yeah. No, I haven't. Apart from that, no, I haven't ever gotten death threats. I've gotten some really nasty comments, but I've gotten thicker skin. I think with a bad comment would fuck me for.
Yeah, that's not skin.
You should really get that checked out, Rob. But have you probably developed a thick skin for that shit now, have you?
Yeah. I think during COVID, like the only thing I was doing was writing articles, so I would just not read the comments because there was so little dopamine to be got day to day during COVID. I was like, I can't deal with somebody telling me I'm shit.
Yeah.
So, but with Instagram, I've had to be careful. Like my girlfriend's pretty good at like pulling me back from the edge. So there was an occasion about maybe 6 months ago. And there was some Danish guy who told me I'm not funny. And whatever mood I was in, like as I get comments like that every day, literally every day. I'll open my phone. Look, when I leave here today, I'll open up my phone and I'll have dozens of notifications on my phone, and one or two of them will be like, "You're not funny. You're gay. You're a potato eater," right? And that's just
that's par for the course.
That's just the deal I've made with myself. I want to be an internet comedian. I want to put myself out there. So I now have to accept a certain amount of this, and I can't be precious about it. But every so often I'll be annoyed. And there was something about this guy. I think it was his smugness, maybe, because some people are trolls, some people are incels, some people are just very troubled guy. This guy was a smugness to him. And I went back to him and I said, I'm not going to take comedy tips from a Scandinavian. Like, you know what I mean? Which again is just kind of a petty response. It's a small thing for me to have said.
But fair.
And then he responded calling me racist, and then I responded calling.
Yes.
We just went. racist against the Scandies.
The Scandies,
Yeah. Which I think should be acceptable.
That's totally acceptable.
If ever there was punching sideways.
Useless
And,
countries.
Yeah. And we just got into
Scandinavia.
it. We got into it. And I'm pacing around my apartment.
Yeah.
Kind of waiting for him to respond.
This is the worst part when you get into a fight over the comments.
Yeah.
It's waiting for their response.
He's probably at work and it's like he's going to wait for his next coffee break, whereas I've nothing else on.
Yeah.
I'm just
This
pacing.
is your job.
Yeah, this is my job.
Yeah.
I'm pacing around. Like, I can't wait to call him.
Shadowboxing.
I can't wait to call him a wanker.
Yeah.
And anyway, I find his LinkedIn.
Nice.
I find his LinkedIn.
I love LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I've got him.
Now you're in. Now
Yeah.
you're LinkedIn.
Now we've got him. My girlfriend, like, she's working in the other room. She comes in.
Just hears you heavily breathing
yeah.
and pacing.
I'm wearing nothing but socks, probably.
Yeah.
I'm probably naked from the ankle up.
With a raging erection.
And I've got my phone. And I was like, darling, I've got his LinkedIn. And she was like, this isn't okay. Like, you need to put away your phone right now.
Yeah,
I think we might have to break up.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I was like, yeah. So I just blocked him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I didn't report him to his employer. And
Yeah.
I just moved on with my day. And thank God for that.
Yeah. Because I have seen like people who really. There's a guy. I don't get this. Like the people who. There's a guy on Instagram, and it is kind of funny, but his whole account is just like he screen records himself, just leaving nasty comments on people's Instagrams.
Right.
And it's just like it just shows him scrolling, and there's like a podcast of like two women being like, well, I think this dress is made by Versace, and then it just shut up, bitch, and then he's scrolling again and whatever, and it's like, but the ones that I think is weird or strange is that there's these maybe family content creators, and they have a whole account, and it's just them and their child with really
what's
bad
the-
motor neuron disease or something,
Oh, yeah,
and the
yeah.
kid's got a big gammy head, fucking 3 eyes and whatever, and they put videos up, and then the comments are just fucking insanely offensive about the kid, and then they're like, "Oh my god," and I'm kind of like, "It's the internet. Like, what
Yeah.
did you
But
expect?"
turn the comments off.
Turn
'Cause
the
there
comments
is, I
off,
think
yeah.
there's part of me
Yeah.
that it's like I kind of, because people are like, why would you make an Instagram account for this? And it's like, I don't know, like it's maybe there's just something like it makes it feel a bit like you're able to get something, not get something out of it, but like I don't know, it helps you kind of like process it or something. I don't know, because it's like otherwise you're just kind of like isolated. People probably don't come visit you a lot.
Oh, because they don't hang out with your weird kid.
Yeah, like
Your kid hasn't stopped looking at me. Yeah, because he's paralyzed from his face.
Yeah.
Everything about him is paralyzed. He can only look in one direction.
yeah.
I guess they might be able to try to connect with other families who are
Yeah.
going through the same
Yeah.
thing. And,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like turn the comments off for the love
Yeah.
of
Yes,
God.
yeah.
But it just goes back to the thing like since Trump got in, especially, there's just no content moderation whatsoever.
Mhm.
And I think as comedians, that's kind of in our favor.
Yeah.
Because I definitely was posting stuff online that might have been vaguely political or whatever, and it would get, the algorithm wouldn't back it.
Yeah.
Whereas now that same thing will go viral.
Right.
And so the lack of content moderation is probably in my favor, but
Sure,
probably for I guess we should be careful what we ask for, because I am definitely noticing in the comments, like a lot of it's sludge.
Yeah.
And apparently social media is dropping in Europe. Social media use is dropping.
Oh,
and
it's not good for us.
It's not good for us. And the only place where it's rising is America, because if you think about it, in America for a long time, Instagram in particular, but social media in general, was effectively a Democrat platform.
Okay.
And now the opposite is probably true.
Mhm.
Suddenly the kind of lunatics, and there's lunatics on the left obviously, but the lunatics on the right are like, oh, this is our space now.
Yeah.
So usage is actually going up because there's no moderation.
Mhm.
And I think that's probably bad in the medium to long term for us.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the Wild West there at the moment, but it's like, even with sketches and stuff, like it's weird because you do have to censor certain things, and you can't show weapons or guns, even if it's a toy gun. You have to, all this sort of stuff,
Which is a huge part of your act.
which is a huge part of my act,
Yeah.
is violence.
Yeah.
But that shit annoys me, that there's that level of, but like even with I don't know if you saw the Grok thing, the Grok controversy.
Yeah, of course.
Where it was like you could just basically go, here's a picture of my dad, make him naked. That would be very funny to do.
Yeah.
And then send it to your dad. Dad, can you explain this?
Yeah.
It's like, where the fuck did you get that? So you could just do that, and then I think people were just like, yeah, well, like that's I guess the downside of having a powerful AI tool is that it's going to do mental stuff.
Yes.
And it's funny until you get a photo of yourself that's completely naked.
Exactly right.
And looks very real.
Yeah, or it's a photo of your mum and you're 14.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know if this is real or not.
Yeah.
But I was speaking of my dad. My dad forgot my birthday.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-oh.
And he listens to the podcast, doesn't he?
Yeah, Dad.
Come on, Dad.
You're terrible.
The
No, but
fuck,
it's been
Dad?
like, is it gone? You alright?
Oh no, just the framing looked a bit weird. Does it look alright?
No, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's like a running thing now where I was 32 on Sunday. And
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. How
You're,
old are
you're still a young buck.
Still young, but how old are you?
I was thinking about this the other day. I think I've forgotten what age I am. I think I'm 36.
You're a young buck as well.
I'm a young buck. Thank you. Thank you for saying
What are
that.
you, 35?
Yeah, I'm 35 in April.
Nice.
Another young buck. 3 young bucks
3 young
Yeah.
bucks.
in the prime of our lives.
Yep. But when do you leave your prime?
That's probably somewhat psychological.
It's
Yes.
getting older and older for sure. Like
Yeah.
prime.
Yeah, I think I feel like I'm getting. Well, physically, I feel like I'm kind of going down, but mentally, I'm like.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been more.
But that's only because it's just only because people let themselves go. It's like the whole thing of like, oh, when you hit your 30s, your knees start going and stuff. It's like, no, it's only because you sit around all day.
But
Yeah,
I
right.
have
Right.
shit that's like, it's not. I don't think it's shit I could even avoid if. Like, I've just got really bad scalp dermatitis, which means I have to shave my head every fucking few months. Then I just have a prostate issue, which means I have to piss about 10 times an hour.
Mm.
And I'm like, all right, I'll attack this by drinking way less water. But having an enlarged prostate gives you the superpower where you can have a glass of water and your body will convert it into about 10 gallons of piss,
Wow.
which is a useless superpower.
Wow.
But so there's that dermatitis. What else is going on? I don't know. But like that's going on. But I feel like the older I'm getting, the more content I am. But I think that's rooted in like shit going well, like creative stuff going well,
Yeah.
creating stuff,
Yeah, I agree.
getting love,
I
and then
agree.
also being more like, I am who I am. This is it.
Yeah, man.
Whatever. So
Yeah.
there's that. I like that. It's like the mental, psychological side of things is getting better, but then physically I'm kind of going.
Yeah.
But I could be doing more.
But I think, you could be in your physical prime and be miserable. you
Oh,
know?
for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I'm sure, yeah.
I don't think I would I don't think I would want to live my 20s again. You know what I mean? I
No.
feel
No.
my 30s have been so much better.
Oh yeah, I think your 20s are, and I remember chatting to my dad about this, who forgot my birthday. That he was like, yeah, your 20s. Like I remember my early 20s, and it was a nightmare because you're
Yeah.
like, who am I? Like, what's my
Yeah.
purpose in life?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
pissing in the wind. Am I just gonna be working in this petrol station for the next 60 years? And you don't know what your purpose is. And then it was only like, yeah, mid late 20s where I was like, oh fuck, this is my thing. But those first 5 years were a fucking nightmare.
For
The
sure.
uncertainty of like, what do I? Because everything is, it's a cliche thing, but like up until that point, everything's laid out for you. You know,
Mhm.
okay, I've got 6 more years left of school. I got 4 years of college, so I know what
Yeah.
is planned out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all that ends, and it's like, okay, now you're completely in
your
control.
own.
Now it's time to take drugs.
Now it's time to. So something must be said for like these really oppressive regimes in the Middle East for women.
In Iran, it's
In
like
Iran.
it's all laid out for you.
It's all laid out for you, so you don't have to. What's the paralysis by analysis? You don't have to worry about doing things.
Yeah. We're in a dictatorship of choice.
That's
in
why.
the
That's
West.
what you are in a
It's the
dictatorship of
illusion
choice.
of choice.
Yeah.
That's what they say in like North Korea and stuff, that they're all very chipper because they're like,
delirious
Because they
and
because
happy.
they
This
will
is your
be
life?
killed if they don't.
they'll get thrown in a chipper.
Yeah.
A wood
Yeah,
chipper.
yeah.
But that it's like they're happy because they're like, they don't have to make these choices. So it's like,
right.
this is your job now. You marry this woman and you just do that until you don't have any other choice. And they just
Yeah.
go, well, okay, well.
Yeah,
they're
I don't
not
think
sitting
they're
there going.
I don't think they're
They have a version of happiness that's probably
Yeah.
not rooted in reality.
Yeah, right.
But they're like, well, okay, I don't have to be worrying about, is this my dream? Should I be doing
Yeah.
this? They're just like, this is what I'm doing, so I might as well. You know what I mean?
Quite
Yeah.
a few escape every year, right?
They
Right.
do escape. A few of them make it over the. Some of them swim,
Yeah.
which is insane. Some of them sail. Some of them fucking run across the border, which is probably the most dangerous way of doing it. But yeah. But just in case my dad's listening, I don't care about the birthday thing. But it's a running thing where it's like he'll probably call me in another, like maybe a day's time, being like, "Happy birthday! What are you doing for your special day?" And I'll go, "Yeah, it was 4 days ago, but it's fine."
Ah, but sure, look, that's more than I get from my old lad. Like, I don't think my dad knows when my birthday is.
Okay.
So, and I remember as a child, like, there was all these, like, alcoholic adults in the house. I don't know if your parents ever had parties. And there'd just be all these adults just drinking wine and they're driving home.
Yeah.
And they'd all be horrible and smoking and just shit-faced.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to one of the adults, and I was like, "Oh, my dad doesn't know my birthday. This is shit." I don't know how this conversation started. I can't remember why anyone asked me my opinion on this. But one of these adults, the lipstick is starting to be smeared now, and she smoke, and she goes, "Do you know when his birthday is?"
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
And I just never brought it up again.
But I do know when my dad's birthday is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
It's sometime in February.
Sometime in February. Yeah. I forget the specific. I know it's like around a 3-day, and I have to text my brother being like, "Is it the fucking whatever?" But I mean, I guess I think he'd be a bit pissy if I forgot his birthday.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah. My dad doesn't feel those kind of things.
No warmth there.
No, my mum kind of overcompensates.
Yes.
For everything, but my dad is very much his own man.
My mum rang me. This is the opposites of the spectrum. My mum rang me on Sunday, which is my birthday, and we did a video call, and I answered the video call, and the opening shot is just her in the noise. No, sorry. Just her spread eagles on the kitchen floor.
Who needs grok?
Yeah. Please tell me it's grok. Please tell me it's grok. And
How do I delete this? I've been using Twitter.
but I mean, that would blow her mind if I sent her a grokified nude image of her. She would just capitulate. Because she wouldn't know that grok is a technology thing.
No.
So she'd be like, "This must be real.
Yeah, right.
Who got this photo? I don't
Yeah.
remember it being taken with someone." It could be a photo of her naked on horseback with a Palestine flag. And she'd just be like, "Well,
I must have done that.
I must have done that. Because
Yeah.
I'm not aware of this technology that can do this." But anyway, yeah. So
Outside chance she thinks it's the devil.
she would probably think it's the devil. Yeah, probably.
Outside chance.
Outside chance. Peter Flanagan, everybody go see Peter on the 9th of May in the Ambassador Theatre in Dublin. You won't regret it. And go see him. He's doing other dates in the UK and Ireland. So, yeah, just go follow him on Instagram and you'll see. Yeah, as always, subscribe to the Patreon to support the pod and to get extra episodes every week and other bonus stuff. And, yeah, spread the words of our Lord and Saviour, Chiefy. And, yeah, I love you. All right, bye-bye.